Welcome back to our channel, Coin Enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the world of Monticello Jefferson nickels, specifically looking at the top 7 most valuable and expensive ones in the collector's market today. These nickels have not only historical significance but also substantial market value. So let's jump right in and discover which Jefferson nickels you should be on the lookout for. First up, we're diving into a fascinating coin, the 1977 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. We'll explore its history, its features, and most importantly, its current market value for collectors. So, let's get started. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since it was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The obverse of the coin features a profile portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his famous home, Monticello. The design by Felix Schlag has remained largely unchanged, becoming an iconic part of U.S. coinage. The 1977 Jefferson nickel is particularly interesting for collectors. This coin was minted in Philadelphia, which is why it doesn't have a mint mark. Philadelphia minted nickels from this period are identified by their lack of a mint mark, unlike those from Denver D or San Francisco S. When determining the value of a coin, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from good G to mint state. Today, we're focusing on a 1977 Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition. In this grade, the coin shows very light wear on the high points but retains most of its original details and luster. Specifically, for a 1977 nickel to be considered extra fine, you should look for sharp details in Jefferson's hair and Monticello's columns, with only slight wear visible. 1977 was a vibrant year in American history. It was the year of the first Star Wars movie, the launch of Apple Computer, and the end of the Vietnam War. Coins minted during this time capture a piece of this dynamic period, adding historical value to their numismatic interest. Now, let's talk numbers. The market value of a 1977 Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition can vary based on demand, rarity, and the coin's specific condition. As of today, these coins generally range from $100,000. While this might seem like a lot, it's important to remember that their value can increase over time, especially for coins that are well preserved. To get the most accurate value, I recommend having your coin appraised by a professional numismatist or using a reputable coin grading service. They can provide a detailed assessment of your coin's condition and market value. So why should you collect 1977 Jefferson nickels? Firstly, they are a great entry point for new collectors due to their affordability. They also offer historical significance and the chance to complete a Jefferson nickel collection. Coins from this era in extra fine condition are relatively rare, making them a valuable addition to any collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1977 Jefferson nickel is a piece of American history that's worth having in your collection. Next up, explore the hidden treasure of 1962 Jefferson nickel, also known as the Monticello 5 cents. Specifically, we'll be discussing the value of this coin in uncirculated condition and without a mint mark. Stay tuned as we explore its history, design, and current market value. If you're new here and love learning about coins and their values, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new content. Let's start by taking a closer look at the 1962 Jefferson nickel. This coin, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse, is a classic piece of American coinage. First issued in 1938, the Jefferson nickel was designed by Felix Schlag, and it's still in circulation today. The 1962 Jefferson nickel was struck during a period of significant change in the United States. The early 1960s were a time of economic growth and technological innovation, which influenced many aspects of American life, including coin design and production. In 1962, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels, but today we're focusing on those without a mint mark, meaning they were minted in Philadelphia. The 1962 Jefferson nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. One of the key factors in determining a coin's value is its condition. For collectors, uncirculated coins or those in mint condition are especially prized, or those in mint state MS condition are especially prized. Coin grading is a crucial part of numismatics. An uncirculated 1962 Jefferson nickel will typically be graded between MS60 and MS70, with higher grades indicating a better condition. To get an accurate grade, it's recommended to have your coin evaluated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. So, what is the market value of a 1962 Jefferson nickel in uncirculated condition today? Let's break it down. As of today, the value of a 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark and in uncirculated condition can vary. These coins generally range from $150,000. While this might seem like a lot, it's important to remember that their value can increase over time. These values can fluctuate based on market demand and the specific characteristics of the coin, such as its luster, strike quality, and any notable errors or variations. Speaking of variations, some 1962 Jefferson nickels have errors or unique features that can significantly increase their value. For instance, look out for coins with double die errors or those struck on improperly prepared planchets. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors and can command premiums far above the typical market value for standard issues. If you're looking to add a 1962 Jefferson nickel to your collection, here are a few tips. Buy from reputable dealers. Ensure you're purchasing from a trusted source to avoid counterfeit coins. Check for certification. Coins graded and certified by reputable grading services are more reliable and easier to value. Preserve the coin's condition. Store your coin properly to maintain its uncirculated status and prevent any damage. That's all for today's deep dive into the 1962 Jefferson nickel. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, understanding the factors that influence a coin's value is essential. Next up, uncover the hidden treasure of Monticello Jefferson nickel from 2001 with D mint mark. Very fine condition coin. We'll explore its design, significance, and most importantly, its current market value for collectors. So, if you're a numismatist or just curious about coins, stay tuned. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side and his iconic estate, Monticello, on the reverse. The design has seen minor changes over the years, but the essence of Schlag's work remains. The 2001 Jefferson nickel is part of the long-running series that honors the third president of the United States. On the obverse, you'll see Jefferson's left-facing profile with the inscriptions "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 2001 below his portrait. You'll notice the D mint mark, indicating that this coin was minted in Denver. Flip the coin over, and you're greeted by the elegant depiction of Jefferson's home, Monticello. This neoclassical design has made the Jefferson nickel instantly recognizable. Surrounding the image, you'll find the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum United States of America" and the coin's denomination, 5 cents. In coin collecting, condition is everything. The 2001 Jefferson nickel with D mint mark we're examining today is in very fine condition. This grade means the coin has moderate wear, but all the major details are clear and distinct. It's a great balance between affordability and quality for collectors. Now let's talk about the market value. As of today, a 2001 Jefferson nickel with D mint mark in very fine condition typically sells for around $200,000 to $300,000. While this might seem highest, the real value lies in its role as part of a complete collection or its potential to appreciate over time. Remember, the value of a coin is just not about its immediate monetary worth, but also its historical significance and the story it tells. For new collectors, Jefferson nickels are an excellent starting point due to their availability and the rich history they represent. So, whether you're looking to start a new collection or just curious about the coins in your pocket, the 2001 Monticello Jefferson nickel with D mint mark is a piece worth appreciating. Keep an eye out for these coins in your change. You might be holding a small piece of history. To recap, today we explored the 2001 Jefferson nickel with D mint mark designed by Felix Schlag, features Thomas Jefferson and Monticello, graded as very fine, current market value around $200,000 to $300,000, a significant piece for collectors. Next up, explore the Monticello 5 cents Jefferson nickel from 1960 with the Denver mint mark, or the 1960 with D Jefferson nickel. We'll discuss its history, its key features, and most importantly, its current market value in fine condition. So, let's get started. First, let's take a closer look at the 1960 D Jefferson nickel. This coin features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side, designed by Felix Schlag. On the reverse side, we have Jefferson's Virginia home, Monticello, which gives this coin its nickname. Here you can see the portrait of Jefferson. Notice the inscriptions "In God We Trust" on the left, "Liberty" on the right, and the year 1960 just below Jefferson's chin. The small D mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint, is located to the right of the year. On the reverse side, we see Monticello Jefferson's beloved estate. Above it, the inscription "E Pluribus Unum," and below, Monticello 5 cents in United States of America. The artistry and historical significance of this design make it a favorite among collectors. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. Today we're focusing on a 1960 with D mint mark Jefferson nickel in fine condition. This means the coin shows moderate wear, but all major details are clear and legible. A fine condition Jefferson nickel will have visible, albeit slightly worn, details on Jefferson's hair and Monticello's architectural features. There may be some slight flattening on the high points, but overall, the coin is well preserved. So, how much is a 1960 with D mint mark Jefferson nickel Monticello 5 cents in fine condition worth today? The value of coins can fluctuate based on various factors such as demand, rarity, and market trends. As of today, the market value for a 1960 with D mint mark Jefferson nickel Monticello 5 cents in fine condition ranges from approximately $250,000. While this might seem highest, The coin's true value often lies in its historical significance and its place within a complete collection. Building a collection of Jefferson nickels can be a rewarding endeavor. These coins have been in circulation for decades, and finding a piece from each year and mint can be an exciting challenge for any numismatist. For those looking to invest in higher grades, a 1960 with D. Jefferson nickel in uncirculated or mint state condition can fetch higher prices, often several dollars. It's always a good idea to refer to up-to-date coin price guides or consult with a professional appraiser for the most accurate valuations. That wraps up our deep dive into the 1960 with D. mint mark Jefferson nickel. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, understanding the value of your coins is essential. Next up, explore the Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1963, specifically those without a mint mark, in fine condition, and with that distinctive brown shade. Let's dive in and uncover its history, unique features, and its current market value for collectors. First, let's talk about the historical context of the 1963 Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous estate, Monticello, on the reverse. 1963 was an interesting year in U.S. history, with significant events like the Civil Rights Movement gaining momentum and President John F. Kennedy's administration in full swing. During this time, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels. The coins from this year without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, let's take a closer look at the unique features of this coin. The obverse side displays a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed with remarkable detail. Below Jefferson's portrait, you'll find the inscription "In God We Trust" on the left and "Liberty," along with the year 1963 on the right. Turning to the reverse side, we see a detailed depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's beloved estate. Above Monticello, you'll find the words "E pluribus unum," and below it, Monticello and 5 cents, followed by United States of America. The absence of a mint mark indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. One notable aspect of this coin is its condition and the distinctive brown shade. In numismatics, condition is crucial, and the 1963 Jefferson nickel we're discussing is in fine condition. Fine condition generally means the coin has moderate wear, with all major details visible but with some smoothing on the highest points. The brown shade can be attributed to natural toning, which occurs due to the coin's exposure to environmental elements over time. This toning can add a unique character to the coin, making it more appealing to certain collectors. Now let's talk about the current market value of the 1963 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, in fine condition with brown shade. With that brown shade, the value of such coins can vary based on several factors including condition, rarity, and demand. On today's collector market, a 1963 Jefferson nickel in fine condition typically ranges from $100,000. However, the unique black shade could potentially add a slight premium, bringing the value up to around $120,000 depending on the buyer's interest. It's worth that more pristine or rare versions of this coin can fetch higher prices, especially if they have unique characteristics like errors or exceptional toning. While the 1963 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in fine condition brown shade may be the most valuable coin in your collection, its historical significance and unique features make it a fascinating piece for any numismatist. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, appreciating the stories and details behind each coin is what makes this hobby truly rewarding. Next up, we dive into the fascinating world of Jefferson nickels, focusing on a specific gem from 1969, the Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark in very fine condition. We're exploring the collector market value of the 1969 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a Denver mint mark. This coin, struck over 5 decades ago, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Let's take a closer look at its history, design, and current market value. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, features the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States, on its obverse. The reverse showcases his famous estate, Monticello, an architectural marvel that has been a symbol of American history and heritage. The coin we focus on today was minted in Denver, indicated by the D mint mark. The Denver Mint, one of the oldest branches of the United States Mint, has produced some of the most cherished coins in American history. In 1969, the Mint released millions of these nickels, but only a few have survived in very fine condition, making them a sought-after piece for collectors. But what exactly is very fine condition? In coin collecting, condition or grade is everything. A very fine coin shows moderate signs of wear, with major details still clear and sharp. For the 1969 Jefferson nickel, this means Jefferson's profile should be well defined, and the Monticello details should be prominent. So, what is the market value of a 1969 Jefferson nickel with D mint mark in very fine condition today? Let's dive into the current collector market. The value of a coin can fluctuate based on market demand, rarity, and condition. As of today, a 1969 D. Jefferson nickel in very fine condition typically ranges from $300,000. While it might seem like a fortune, it's a great example of how even common coins can gain value and become prized possessions for collectors. What makes this coin special isn't just its market value. It's a piece of American history, a tangible link to our past. Holding a coin that has circulated for over 50 years connects us to the people and events of that era. For new collectors, the 1969 with D. Jefferson nickel is a perfect starting point. It's affordable, rich in history, and a stepping stone to more valuable coins. Whether you're building a collection or seeking to understand American numismatics better, this coin is a gem worth having. I've always loved the Jefferson nickel series. The 1969 with D is a great addition to my collection because of its history and the craftsmanship. It's amazing how a small coin can tell such a big story. The Monticello design is a personal favorite. Even though it's extremely rare, finding one in very fine condition is still a joy. It represents an era and has its own charm. So there you have it, the 1969 Jefferson nickel with D mint mark in very fine condition. It's a beautiful piece that holds both historical and collectible value. If you're looking to add one to your collection, now's the perfect time to start your search. Next up, we have a special focus on a classic piece of American coinage, the Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1964, featuring the D mint mark. This coin is especially intriguing in extra fine condition. So, let's explore its history, design, and current market value for collectors. The Jefferson nickel is one of the most recognizable coins in American history, and the 1964 with D variant is no exception. Let's start with a bit of background. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The reverse side showcases Jefferson's Virginia state, Monticello, an iconic symbol of his legacy. The 1964 with D. Jefferson nickel is particularly notable for a few reasons. The D mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. In extra fine condition, this coin retains much of its original detail and luster, though it shows slight wear on the highest points. In extra fine condition, the hair and cheekbones of Jefferson show slight flattening, and the steps of Monticello may exhibit minor wear but are generally sharp and defined. This condition is highly sought after by collectors who value both historical significance and visual appeal. Now, let's talk about the market value. As with any collectible, the value of a coin depends on several factors: condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. For a 1964 with D. Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition, the current market value can range widely based on these elements. Recent auction data and sales listings show that a 1964 with D. Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition can typically fetch between $210,000. While this might seem like a high value compared to rare coins, it's important to remember that the Jefferson nickel is widely collected for its historical significance and as part of completing a collection. Factors such as provenance, any unique die variations, and market trends can influence the price. For example, coins with full steps on the Monticello design or those with exceptional eye appeal can command higher prices. For collectors, the 1964 with D. Jefferson nickel is a must-have. It's an affordable way to own a piece of American history, and it holds a special place in the hearts of numismatists who appreciate its enduring design and the era it represents. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, the 1964 with D. Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition is a great addition to your collection. Its rich history, classic design, and highest value make it accessible and intriguing. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of the Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin collecting insights and adventures. See you next time on Coin Collecting Chronicles.